Welcome back to 307 React. Today, we are reacting to No Response by Tom Macdonald. Now, this has been highly requested by you guys.
Yes.
I did do a little bit of research for this one, which is out of the norm for us.
But here's the thing, too. Neither of us have even seen this one yet. So
no,
this is.
I have not heard this song.
Chris has done some research, which I don't know about yet, but neither of us have seen this one yet.
So apparently No Response, like a whole bunch of rappers, like I guess.
Okay, hold up really quick. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt, but
No,
this is an older video. This came out last year.
I believe it said May of 2020.
What did it say here? Let's take a look.
So yeah, last year.
May 29th, 2020, and it has 9.3, almost 9.4 million views.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, holy crap. Okay, so this has been out for almost a year now.
Almost.
Man,
yeah.
God, talk about being like out of the loop. Anyways.
Standard.
So something about some rappers or something?
Some other rappers, like any small-time rapper that's looking for clout is going to try to release a diss song on somebody bigger, right? To try to build their...
Now, is that the whole, like, similar... This is just my knowledge of pop culture, people. So is that the whole, like, MGK, Eminem diss battle thingy? That's, you know, Mac Miller and someone else did a thing, too, I think? I can't remember.
Anyways.
I
will probably get into, because someone suggested it. It was just one person. If you guys really want to see it, we will go through Upchurch and Screwface John. Their diss tracks.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, dude.
I would like to hear Ryan Upchurch diss somebody. I bet it's pretty good. I bet he does a pretty good job.
It's so good. Like, unfortunately, I've seen those, but Matt has not. So it'd be a great video.
I haven't seen shit that Boosh has seen. So,
but anyway, him and Mac Lethal. You know who Mac Lethal is?
Yes.
Had a diss battle back and forth.
Okay.
Now, some of the rappers on Mac Lethal's team decided to diss Tom as well.
Gotcha.
And Tom just kind of had the attitude of like, well, I don't even give a fuck about these other guys because, like, I'm doing my own thing. They're just trying to get clout off me and get clicks on their page.
Okay.
And I don't want to fuck with it. So they just kept coming and coming and coming and coming and coming and coming and coming. And he released this song, No Response. Okay. No Response is his response. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, you're not even worth my time.
I got you. Okay, so this is a basically a fuck you to all these other rappers that are trying to trying to throw spit at Tom, right?
Yeah.
Whatever.
And like I said, I haven't heard it, so I don't know what I don't. Maybe he shouts out these rappers and disses them one by one.
Okay.
Now the only rapper I actually know something about is Mac Lethal, and I quit following him a while ago.
So Mac Lethal is one of the guys that was dissing Tom.
Yeah, but Tom actually responded to him.
I've seen. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, man. Mac Lethal is the dude that does like the alphabet rap, right? And super quick. I'm not gonna lie.
That's what he got famous for.
That shit was pretty impressive. Now, regardless of what your opinion is of him, I'm just speaking from an unbiased opinion. That shit was fucking impressive to me. I don't know. Again, I don't know any of the history. I'm learning as we go, but.
Yeah, so like now that I know that No Response is in relation to him and his like other friends, I'm very curious to see what he has to say.
Yeah, okay. So, and we may be stopping a lot because I'm sure as we go through this, I'm going to be learning a lot here.
I mean, it's a 5-minute video and Tom packs a lot.
It's almost
in 30
a 6-minute video.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Okay, wow.
Tom had a lot to say, I guess.
All right, people.
Well, let's get into it then.
Without further ado, let's get it. Tom Macdonald, No Response. Here we go.
I'm the rapper that these other rappers jealous of. I made more off CDs than rappers who are selling drugs. True story. Every single aspect independent. I got texts from presidents and major labels I ain't read yet. Told my manager I'd knock him out and he was like the homie. Then I fired him. If you're watching this, I'm sorry, dog. Au revoir.
Wow.
That's good.
Told my manager I'd fire him, or told my manager I'd knock him out, and then he fired me. Is that what he said?
Yeah, and he was like, then I fired him.
Oh, then I fired him.
And I guess they were like best friends. He was his homie, right? Like,
if you're hearing this, I'm sorry, homie. Au revoir.
Yeah, like being in a band, I've had to fire friends before, and it sucks.
It does,
but it's the best thing you can do.
Being in bands, I've been fired from bands before for sucking. I mean, and it does suck. It's a bummer, but
it is what it is. You got to make the hard decisions to move forward.
When you're doing this kind of stuff, it's very commonplace in the music industry, and you'll hear it all over the place. Like, you do what's best for the band, you do what's best for the record, for the album. You guys, if you do any research on bands, or if you know anything about bands in the studio, a lot of the times the bands that you see, the guys that you see playing the instruments on stage, the other guitar player typically played all the parts.
Yeah.
Played the lead parts, played the rhythm parts, because he just
I've been that guy.
I've also been that guy. Sometimes the drummer does the goddamn goddamn rhythm guitar part because he has
Yeah.
a steady hand. Whoever has the best thing for the album or for the band or whatever it is, that's the guy
That's
that's
who's in
place.
the studio.
And if you
Yep.
and if the other dude doesn't fit, i.e. Tom's manager, well,
See ya.
see ya. I'm moving on, and we don't share the same viewpoint, so I got to do my thing, and you can go do yours.
By the way, I like that. Another shot to rappers pushing Xanax.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I didn't want to
He's
interrupt,
like,
but yeah,
he's like, I sold more records than these other
I've
rappers.
sold more
doing
albums
drugs.
than rappers selling drugs.
I tell you, there's people out there selling drugs, making a good living.
I had
you know?
no idea that was like the that there was that standard in rap. I had no idea that was a whole era of shit.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
crazy. I can't believe that.
Well,
dude.
and that's even not just rap, but even rock and roll back in the day.
I was gonna say it's kind of a reference to the
like,
Grateful Dead, right? The Grateful Dead tours. I mean, that was basically you weren't really going to see the
Yeah.
Grateful Dead. You were going to buy LSD and acid, right?
I mean, yeah, like I opened for Quiet Riot and they had cocaine everywhere.
That's
like
right,
shit
you
was
talked
insane.
About that. They were doing lines off like
I was like, the hoods of
and
cars
shit.
right in the parking lot, bro. They didn't give a flying fiddler's fuck.
Oh my god!
Like,
And I mean, when you're Quiet Riot, should you really? I mean,
I
Come
mean,
on.
God, dude, that bassist has got to be 100 years old. Like, he's like, fuck it, dude. Like,
we opened for Great White once. It was about the same kind of
Yeah.
thing. Like, oh my god, yeah,
shit.
just dusty old dudes.
let's back it up 5
Yep,
and get it.
back 5. Here we go.
Manager, I'd knock him out and he was like the homie, then I fired him. If you're watching this, I'm sorry, dog. Au revoir. I don't need nobody's help. It's me and Nova by ourselves. Come here, babe. This is the entire team, nobody else.
Love
I
it.
conceptualize, produce, and write like every record. Me and Nova work the hooks, then they're mixed and mastered by Evan. This is homegrown. Shout out all the rappers who have thrown stones. I'ma die rich while your casket full of broke bones.
Wow.
He shouts out Evan.
That was sick.
Dude.
Hell yeah.
Shouts out again to Evan, man. Like,
By the way, Evan, we are getting to your video. It's
promise.
God, dude.
Promise.
I've been itching to watch it.
Dude, that was a great line.
Yeah.
It's me and Nova. This is the whole team. Come here, babe. And, like,
yeah,
gives
me,
her a
Nova, and
kiss.
Evan. That's it, bro.
And we mix, produce, master, edit, and then we send it to Evan, and he makes it happen. You know,
Yeah.
like that whole, whoa, that's so cool, man.
That was good.
He's just being super honest and just telling it like it is. All the
Yeah.
other rappers that are throwing stones, well, sorry, dude. Like, people are liking my shit. And it's simple.
I like how he says your casket's filled with broken bones.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, especially with signed musicians in general. We see that they build something up, the industry gets a hold of it, and then they're left with nothing at the end.
Yep.
And like the industry's gonna crush you, and you're gonna have nothing left but a casket full of broken shit.
If you guys are
Like,
interested, go online, go to YouTube or whatever, and look up like a Where Are They Now on some famous bands that you know. One in particular is The Starting Line. I know they had a big thing. I don't know.
That was like early 2000s.
5,
or
6
something?
years ago. They were
Oh,
big. They were
okay.
big in the early 2000s, but like 5 or 6 years ago, they had an article where it was pretty much like, yeah, we're out of money. You know, like we don't tour anymore, and they weren't making albums anymore. And it's like, you
Damn.
know, at a certain point, the royalties run out, and then
Yeah.
you know, you're out there just kind of, you don't build up retirement when you're on
Yeah.
the road. It's just kind of not a thing unless you're like, you know,
Really crushing
like
it.
Hall of Fame, Rock of Fame, you know, kind of thing. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, it's real life. Like, it's fun and it's great, and a lot of people know you. But at the end of the day, you might still just end up
You
know,
end up fucking working at Walmart and shit. And like,
40 hours a week, baby. So,
Yeah.
anyways, here we go. Onward. I think we backed up already, so, or did we? Fuck it, let's back up again. Here we go.
I conceptualize, produce, and write like every record. Me and Nova
Conceptualize.
work the hooks, then they're mixed and mastered by Evan. This is homegrown. Shout out all the rappers who have thrown stones. I'ma die rich while your casket full of broke bones. I ain't gonna respond to all your disses. Look, I get it. Your videos get no views. You say my name and people click it, but I'm different. You need clout and you're desperate to make a living. But my bank account already full. I counted 7 digits like y'all attack me with disses. Attract all the critics. I'll laugh at predictions. Surpass all the limits. The whacker the rapper, the more he's angered by the fact that I'm winning. I'm stacking the millions. It's tragic to witness like cancer in children. Hey.
it's tragic to witness like cancer in children. Wow.
Jesus. I can't
Holy
even,
shit.
Again, there are lines that I want to comment on, but he said so much, it's hard for me to fucking remember what I wanted to talk about. God
bro.
damn, dude. He moves so quick, and everything he says is so
Yeah.
relevant. You're
I-
like, yes, yes, yes.
I counted 7 digits.
That's what it was.
7.
That's what it. That's
Seven.
what it was. Yeah,
Like-
your casket's full of bones. I'm gonna die rich while you're, you know, like.
Like, I'm gonna get excited when I make it to like fucking 6 digits. Like,
Right?
if that ever happens.
Shit, dude,
like,
sometimes I see 4 digits in there, and I'm like, yeah,
hell yeah.
we're doing fucking, you know, we're
We're
going
doing
to,
great.
We're going to Red Lobster tonight or something,
right?
right? So, all right, we need to back up and probably unpack that entire thing you just did there because that was amazing.
Yeah,
so
that
I'm just
was
gonna come
sick.
back to the top of that
Yeah,
again.
that's
Here we
good
go.
right there.
You need clout and you're desperate to make a living, but my bank account already full. I counted 7 digits like y'all attack me with disses. Attract all the critics. I'll laugh at predictions. Surpass all the limits. The whacker the rapper, the more he's angered by the fact that I'm winning. I'm stacking the millions.
millions. It's tragic to witness like cancer in children.
Okay, that's what I wanted to comment on. The whacker the rapper, the more that he's dissing me kind of thing. Like, he's just talking about like the more insane these guys get about what I'm doing.
He's like, it's all these fucking weirdos out here just trying to hit me up.
And you know, using my face, you mention my name and you get the click, you know, and like, he's just giving it. Here we go.
By the way, once again, costumes, right?
All black hair.
So far, what I notice is he wears the white shirt when he's talking about stuff he's done, and the black is when he's on the attack.
Oh, okay.
That's what I've noticed so far, and that might
I honestly
my thoughts on that might change.
I honestly didn't even recognize that he was wearing a different set of clothing yet. So wow, good call, man. I'm over here just so lost and just trying to keep up with what he's saying that I'm just like barely paying attention to what's happening. So this stuff takes me a while, people. Here we go. Onward.
Hey, no playlist, no pay clicks, no fake. Rappers call me gay cause my braids pink. Yo, man, go crazy, so wasted. Front row at my show, I'm her favorite.
I'm famous, they basically hate that I made it. Get paid more in a day than they claim on their paycheck. I'm patient, but say my name again, I ain't playing. I'll buy the place that you stay in, then raise the rent till the space in your parents' basement is vacant.
Wow.
I'll buy the place that you're staying, and then
I'll buy your parents' place where you're staying, and then raise the rent
in the basement.
So the basement is vacant. Basically, like, I'm gonna buy your parents' house, raise the rent so high you finally move the fuck out.
Talking shit on you living in your parents' basement first and foremost, and then basically saying like, I've got enough money that I can just come in, buy their house, rent the basement out, and kick your ass out.
Yeah,
like
that shit's awesome. Flex your shit, Tom. Flex your shit.
And he's unpacking so much. The choreography when he's getting angry and you know Nova's working the camera and shaking it and like.
Dude, he has to have great stage presence. I'd love to go to one of his shows.
I wonder if she's actually working the camera that way, or if maybe that's post editing. If anybody knows about that, let me know because I don't. I have no idea. I'm just always enthralled by.
I would love to see a behind the scenes of them actually filming.
I bet they're out there. If you guys know of a good behind the scenes thing with Tom and Nova,
well, they may not because it's just them.
That's true. That's true. I don't know. Yeah, if they've got like a good story on their on their Insta or something like that, like tag it in a comment because I would love. Know. I would love to watch. Anyways, back five, onward, more. Here we go.
Name again, I ain't playing. I'll buy the place that you stay in, then raise the rent till the space in your parents' basement is vacant.
They call me privileged, y'all can't admit that I'm gifted. I did it without a label's assistance. I made the business decisions. I overcame the addictions. Lived in the streets, got evicted, kicked it with killers and strippers. But still my vision was different. I bought a mic, started spitting, produced the beats and I mixed it. I turned my hand into a fist and flipped the bird to the system.
Hell yeah.
Okay, a little background information. Do we know, where is Tom Macdonald from?
Canada. Somewhere.
Initially, he was in Canada. Mm-hmm. Now, is there like a big underground scene? Like, is there a drug scene in Canada? Because he said he came from addiction, came from the streets. Like, is there hoods in Canada?
Well, yeah. I mean, like another artist that I know a little bit about is Mercules. Mercules is Canada, born and raised, still living there.
Okay.
And, you know, he talks about him coming up, like, in the hood, in the ghetto, dealing with drugs. He actually has a scar on his face from when he was stabbed in the face when he was, like, a teenager.
Okay.
There was a line. We'll back it up.
Yeah, let's come back. We'll come back 10.
Overcame the addictions, lived in the streets, got evicted, kicked it with killers and strippers, but still my...
Oh, that's it. Kicked it with killers and strippers, but still my vision was different.
Yeah.
Like... That's one thing that I think a lot of us get hung up on in life is we have a circle of friends or people that are close to us that don't help us. And when we surround ourselves with those people, they tend to drag us down and we don't actually move forward with our dreams. But he's like, I had enough guts to come forward and be like, my vision's different. I'm going to do something with my life. I got to get out of this.
I got to get away from this shit.
I got to get out of this. Yeah, I'm going to kick all that shit behind me and move forward.
He's the one in the group that's like, yo, dude, there's nothing against you guys, but I got something different going on. You know, I got to go a different way. You know, you guys do your thing, but like I got this other shit going on. At least for me, all those other people that were in my past that are like, you know, just pieces of shit, I didn't even give them the courtesy of saying bye. Fair enough.
I was like...
Yeah. Yep, exactly. And honestly, that's, you know, sometimes you got to cut those ties, and it sounds like that's what he's talking about,
and
too.
And it's hard because, like, then you're by yourself.
Mm-hmm. Well, and especially coming off of, like he's saying, coming off of addiction and, you know, living on the streets and shit, and those are basically your only friends, your only resources, and you still are realizing, like, man, I can't be with you guys either. Like, I got to get the fuck out of here. And I don't know, is that why he's obviously in the States now, right?
Yeah.
So is that why he came down to the States then? I
have no idea. I have no idea if all this took place while he was in the States or in Canada.
I see. Okay.
I just know that every part of the world has a hood, a ghetto, a rich part
Sure,
of town.
yeah.
I mean, that's
It's weird to think
just
about in
human
Canada
society,
because
like-
you never see about it. Obviously,
Yeah, we
don't.
think of Canada and we think of like those policemen with their big hats on horses, like
Mounties.
drinking.
The
Yeah,
Mounties.
they all like stick a thing in a maple tree and that's what they drink
it
all
just
day.
comes
like,
out of there. Yeah,
Yeah,
Maple
so-
Leafs and hockey, man. I
Yeah.
mean, but anyways, yeah, okay, cool. Well, good to know. If you guys know more about it, let us know, please. Sorry, we're uneducated, but that's why you guys are here to help us out. So, back 5, here we go.
Business decisions, I overcame the addictions. Lived in the streets, got evicted, kicked it with killers and strippers. But still my vision was different. I bought a mic, started spitting, produced the beats, and I mixed it. I turned my hand into a fist and flipped the bird to the system. I prayed I'd finish my mission and keep my image consistent. I fixed the parts that were missing and switched the gas and the pistons. It's mathematics and physics, I had to travel.
By the way, I like that. I
he
switched the gas and the
I
pistons.
was gonna bring that up.
Like, me being a mechanic.
What does that mean? Switch the gas in the pistons. Does that mean
So-
he's changed the injectors or changed to a different fuel? Or
Well, so here's the thing, right? Like, let's say his passion is obviously music.
yeah,
And typically, somebody who's passionate about something, they used to do it when they were younger, and then sometimes they lose that passion because of life circumstance, or
Okay.
they had a job where they didn't have time to do it, or they run out of time, or whatever.
eventually,
right?
yeah, things
So,
just kind of start rolling
Let's take
along,
your
yeah.
passion and say it's a vehicle, right? When you first had that passion, that vehicle ran great, and then it sat for 10 years.
Okay.
So typically, when a vehicle sits, like a whole shitload of things can happen.
Oil goes bad, fuel goes
but
bad.
the fuel will varnish,
Yeah.
meaning it doesn't burn good anymore. And if it sits for a really long time, the piston rings will actually rust to the cylinder walls. And so sometimes you get lucky and they come free and the motor will run. Sometimes they don't.
They break.
And you have to take the motor apart, take the pistons out, put new pistons in it, put fresh gas
Get
in
everything
it.
bored out right,
But
because
that-
it probably fucks it up, I would assume,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, okay.
And so that's what I like about, he mentioned the pistons and gas, because in order to get to the pistons, you're rebuilding the whole motor.
Right.
He's like, I took the time and put in the work to make my passion run as good as it did the day I had it. Like,
Okay.
I like that.
We need to come back and listen to that now that I have a little bit more context on it. Yeah, let me hear it.
And I mixed it, I turned my hand into a fist and flipped the bird to the system. I prayed I'd finish my mission and keep my image consistent. I fixed the parts that were missing and switched the gas and the pistons. It's
Switch the gas and the pistons. I
a
fixed
lot of work.
I fixed the parts that were missing, switch the gas and the pistons.
Yeah.
Ton of work.
Yeah.
You got to split the block, dude.
If it's a Subaru, hell yeah.
Fuck that. I've seen videos on that, and I would never. I would take. The only way I'd ever do that is if I had reliable other means and a ton of time on my hands,
Right.
and a garage full of specialty tools. Because thanks, Subaru. Anyways, here we go. Onward.
prayed I'd finish my mission and keep my image consistent. I fixed the parts that were missing and switched the gas and the pistons. It's mathematics and physics. I had to travel the distance. I had to add some ambition and then subtract my suspicions. I wanted castles and riches.
I had to add some ambition, then subtract my suspicions.
I like that.
God, that's
Hell
hard
yeah.
for me to say slow.
Like that. God, it's so, because there's so much self-doubt when you go to do something. Like, am I sure I can do it? Which this is one thing too, and I was going to say at the beginning of the video and I forgot. My goal, and I don't remember if you remember this conversation, before we even started this channel in January, I was like, my goal by the end of February is to have 500 subscribers.
Yeah.
And the whole time I'm thinking, there's no way that's going to happen. Like, we're going to have to grind at this for a little bit and build it up. Here we are at almost 400 in
I looked
3
at it,
weeks.
Yeah, I looked at it today, and it's like up over 350 now, isn't it? Something like that?
Yeah, I want to say it was like 364 or something like that.
What?
Thank you guys
Yes,
very much.
thank you.
But like that's the thing, that self-doubt that's always there when you go to set out
course,
to do something.
of course.
You have to put it in the back of your head, do it regardless of what the outcome is.
I mean, right off the
Like,
bat, you and I are both musicians. Self-doubt is literally what musicianship is based on. I'm not even kidding. Like, your entire
It makes
career
you
in
better.
music is based on
Part, like-
self-criticism and self-doubt, definitely. Because I don't know about you, but I've done 1,000 recordings in here, and I feel like my shit's pretty good. But literally every time I put it up against anything else, I'm always like, "Wow, that's
is trash."
amateur. That is
Like,
what is
yeah.
this fucking amateur shit?" And I put in 5,000 hours in this place,
Yeah.
But it's that self-doubt thing. Other people listen to it and they're like, "This is literally radio worthy," and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Nah, this is crap. This sounds like it came out of my garage," and some of it actually does. So, anyways, back 5 onward. Here we go.
image consistent. I fixed the parts that were missing and switched the gas and the pistons. It's mathematics and physics. I had to travel the distance. I had to add some ambition and then subtract my suspicions. I wanted castles and riches, headed for caskets or prisons. I battled glasses of liquor and cabinets packed with prescriptions.
Wow.
And still these rappers wanna sneak this all over my Facebook, always trying to tweet. I ain't gonna keep this a secret. My marketing genius, the algorithm triggered by exploiting your weakness. And y'all can call me clickbaiting gimmicks, I call me rich. A million monthly listens on Spotify. I'm about to drop a couple $1 million on a crib, $250,000 on a whip. I just sent my mom a grip.
I just sent my mom a grip.
Hell yeah. That's a lot of cash,
That's
bro.
amazing.
But
He said he's about to drop a couple million on a house, $250,000 on a whip. I just sent my mom a grip.
yeah.
You're totally right too about the changing of the outfits. When he's wearing the white shirt, he's like, you know what, man? I'm just out here basically trying to do what all you guys are doing. I don't fucking understand why I'm catching such a goddamn bad, a bad rap about it.
He's like, it's not like I just showed up and I was famous. Like, I had to put in the work.
And then he switches to the character in the black, and he's like, you know what? Fuck you guys.
Yeah, fuck you guys.
This, I'm famous because of this. I did this. The reason why you guys are all suspicious as to why I got so famous. It's because I called out your weakness. I learned the algorithm. I figured out how to gain momentum. He figured you out. That's literally all he did. He just figured it out. He went, oh, if I talk shit on these guys, but it's true.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to get a ton of attention. People are going to hate it, but, no publicity is bad publicity. Here we are listening to it, right? Okay, to an extent, within reason. Within reason. Okay, anyways, back 5, here we go.
About to drop a couple $1 million on a crib, $250,000 on a whip. I just sent my mom a grip. And first of all, I heard it all. I could write a perfect song. I Googled the net worth of rappers hating and I don't respond. Middle finger from a private jet. I don't give a single flight. Every single person I have met in person on Twitter, they're tough.
Yo, if rap
By the way, I like that. Middle finger from a private jet. I don't give a flying fuck.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
That was good.
That was really good. Man, okay, we got to go back and listen to that again. Again, there's just so much to unpack.
$1 million on a crib, $250,000 on a whip. I just sent my mom a grip. And first of all, I heard it all. I could write a perfect song. I Googled the net worth of rappers hating and I don't respond. Middle finger from a private jet. I don't give a single flight. Every single person I have met in person on Twitter, they're tough.
Yo, if rappers want to beef, I got the roast pan. Put them in the dirt like a UFO crash. Double time rappers mad.
Rappers want to beef, I got the roast pan. Put him in the dirt like a UFO crash.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Now I heard. Now this is one thing that I saw because they took a snippet from the song and then did like a small breakdown just on this bar, and it was this bar.
Okay.
And the one thing that I would have never caught just listening to this is like a UFO crash, right? So a UFO crash is it gets blown to smithereens, tore up by the dirt and shit, right? It's just obliterated. The other thing is it's like, oh, the government's going to hide that shit up. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to put you so far in the dirt that the government's going to come and hide your shit. I like that. That was one article I read about it.
I like that a lot. I wouldn't have gone that far with it. That's just taking the UFO crash to the next step and adding the fact that, the government, they're going to come out and bury your shit. Okay, here we go.
I could write a perfect song. I Googled the net worth of rappers hating and I don't respond. Middle finger from a private jet. I don't give a single flight. Every single person I have met in person on Twitter, they're tough.
Yo, if rappers want to beef, I got the roast pan. Put them in the dirt like a UFO crash. Double time rappers mad, I murder it with slow raps. All they do is go fast. Turn them to some ghosts with the
Which, by the way, I think that's a shot directly at
mumble rappers.
No,
I heard go fast. That's pretty much all I heard. Rappers go fast.
I can't remember his name. The ABC. We were just talking about it.
Oh, Mac Lethal?
Mac Lethal.
Yeah.
Double time rappers.
Oh.
So a lot of Mac Lethal stuff
That's what he
sounds
did.
fast because he'll do a...
And that's why he's doing the beat.
And then if you talk twice as fast as that, you know, it sounds faster than what it really is.
Yeah.
So I like that he's clapping it out, being like, I can actually rap this fast and I don't have to double time.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay. I do like that. He's keeping time with the beat and then, dissing. Okay. All right. Love it.
Double time rappers mad, I murder it with slow raps. All they do is go fast, turn them to some ghosts with the most facts. Slow clap, pulling triggers quickly with no blowback. Cracking under pressure like a cold glass. No fans, jealous that I rose fast. Y'all are on the road back. Look at your career, it's a joke, man.
Look your career. It's a joke, man.
Is this?
I love that face.
So is this all directed at Mac Lethal then? Because of the
From
hand
what
clapping
I've
thing and the
read,
go fast. That's what it
it's-
sounds like he's doing.
It sounds like this section, yeah.
Yeah, just this one little area. Yeah, where he's with the
but like
claps.
from what I've read, it's him and then like maybe 5 or 6 other rappers that are with him.
Probably 5 or 6 others that were like, I don't know,
like buddies or whatever.
proverbial chart toppers or like YouTube. I guess the YouTube like overnight.
Well, see, that's the thing.
sensations or
If they
whatever
were
the fuck it is.
chart top, I've never fucking heard of it.
That's
I've
the
only
thing.
heard of Mac Lethal.
I've only ever
because
heard of Mac Lethal because
His
he
like 2 videos that went
came
viral.
up on my Facebook as I
Yeah.
was scrolling through, and I was like, "Oh, look!" And it had all the things, and he was going really fast, and
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever, clickbait kind of
Let's
stuff.
go back 10.
Okay, back 10.
Yeah, there you go.
Forward more. Here we go.
Facts, slow clap, pulling triggers quickly with no blowback, cracking under pressure like a cold glass. No fans, jealous that I rose fast. Y'all are on the road back. Look at your career, it's a joke, man. Promise that I won't laugh. Say you got the smoke, can't afford gas. Oh man, so sad. You record your album in a closet full of clothes with a note.
He all playing patty cake.
Did you notice? Did you notice the other cutaways too of him? That's he not the close-ups, and the other ones he's like
Yeah, he's.
like.
He's
That
like,
has
this shit is so easy.
that
for
has
me.
to be a direct diss. That's
Oh,
got to be a
God.
straight up direct. Like, dude, you're not impressive. Yeah, like that kind of shit right there,
Yeah.
where he's like up in the air, like,
I like how he's like, oh, you can't afford gas. Like, oh, so
oh, you
sad.
can't afford gas. So sad. I don't care. Sorry, guys, we lost our audio there. We'll have to switch over to the GoPro audio.
Oh, son of a bitch.
But sometimes the computer likes to play games, and I guess it's doing it now. But it doesn't matter. You guys can still hear us. Here we go. Back. Go.
On the road back. Look at your career, it's a joke, man.
love that.
Promise that I won't laugh. Say you got the smoke, can't afford gas. Oh man, so sad. You record your album in a closet full of clothes with a notepad. Strong on the outside, muscles with no bone mass.
Strong on the outside, muscles with no bone mass.
You record your albums in a closet with a notepad, full of clothes with a notepad.
Yeah.
Like you're
I mean, I get it. When you're starting out, that's what you have to do.
I mean, technically,
But,
yeah.
like,
but if you're gonna come out and try and
the thing is he's like, well, especially this last bar, right, where he's like, you're all muscles with no bone mass. He's like, you look the part, but dude, you're fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
You fall all over the fucking place,
Yeah.
not knowing what the hell you're doing.
absolutely, absolutely. Like you're coming out here and just trying to.
You have no structure.
You're coming out here just
Like-
trying to cause problems, and you have no fucking idea what you're doing, right? That kind of a thing.
Like you have no backbone.
Yeah, you got nothing.
With no bone mass.
Here we go, back 5.
I'm in a closet full of clothes with a notepad.
Patty cake.
Strong on the outside, muscles with no bone mass. Let's look at me for a second, man. I was deep in depression, making me weak and pathetic. I thought I needed they blessings. It leaves an impression. I feel the infection. Repeating the lessons will only lead to me, and that's a lethal injection. And I was chasing.
A lethal injection, mask lethal.
That is exactly what's going on with
Okay,
that. Then it
I'll-
has to
I'll
be
have to
right.
back that up.
Yeah.
For a second, man, I was deep in depression, making me weak and pathetic. I thought I needed they blessings. It leaves an impression. I feel the infection. Repeating the lessons will only lead to me, and that's a lethal injection. And I was
That's
chasing
a
the dragon
lethal
with no medieval invention. I go to sleep and dream my life would be for me.
Wait, he said something about medieval.
They blessings, it leaves an impression. I feel the infection. Repeating the lessons will only lead to me, and that's a lethal injection. And I was chasing the dragon with no medieval invention. I go to sleep and dream.
I was chasing the dragon
with no medieval invention.
with no medieval invention. Chasing the dragon with no armor.
Well, okay, so chasing the dragon, like when people chase the dragon, right? Typically that's like a heroin reference.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because like you're always looking for that high and you never find the high.
Chasing the dragon.
You know what I
Okay,
mean?
okay.
So
It's okay. They didn't hear it anyways. That shit cut out, so it doesn't matter.
the most I know about chasing the dragon is that South Park episode, the Guitar Hero one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where his dad was playing the dragon, chasing the dragon,
Yeah,
getting
catch
never
me.
catch
Is
it.
that
Yeah.
the Guitar Hero one, or is that a?
Yeah,
that
it's
a
the
different
Guitar
one?
Hero
Is it?
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a fucking hilarious. That's like a 2-parter, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah,
okay.
I don't remember.
I don't fucking know, but that's a great episode regardless.
That was chasing
Anyways,
the dragon with no medieval. Oh,
With no medieval
what if
invention?
invention is like what you imagine, right? So medieval times they would like tell stories about dragons. He's like, it's a drag. I was chasing the dragon, meaning the drugs, not a dragon like with fucking
the
wings and
metaphorical
scales.
dragon
Yeah.
is what he's talking about.
Okay.
Chasing the dragon with no medieval invention, or maybe he says
Invention.
intention,
Because people used to say invention was like,
creativity, or
he
like.
spoke with no creative invention.
Yeah.
Meaning no creative thought.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go back and listen to that. We moved our mics away because they're irrelevant at this point. Here we go.
I thought I needed they blessings. It leaves an impression. I feel the infection. Repeating the lessons will only lead to me, and that's a lethal injection. And I was chasing the dragon with no medieval invention. I go to sleep and dream my life would be for me if I catch it. I let my demons possess me till I woke up in the wreckage and realized that I destroyed a whole cathedral of blessings. It's like my feet were magnetic. The street was steel.
Wow, I woke up in a wreckage because he's let his demons take over. So he's like, I was chasing my dream, but I let my demons take over and I destroyed what I had. And I woke up in a wreckage. I destroyed a whole cathedral of blessings.
He said he was dreaming.
Like I had everything to make it work and I fucked it up.
Yeah. And he said he was dreaming about catching the dragon and what it would be like if he did. And then pretty much coming back to reality saying, I fucked that all up. So
yeah.
Here I stand, basically.
No, that's great.
He's moving so quick.
We're only 3 minutes in.
We got half the video to go.
Invention. I go to sleep and dream my life would be for me if I catch it. I let my demons possess me till I woke up in the wreckage and realized that I destroyed a whole cathedral of blessings. It's like my feet were magnetic. The street was steel. We connected. I couldn't seem to reach the sky no matter how far I'm stretching. And I was beaten to death and screaming for help for a second. Now I put everything I bleed into completing my records. I can't compete with my past, but I'm still seeking the relics. And I believe with every breath I breathe, the sequel is better. No fear, surrender. I'm clear of the pressure, the tears I remember.
By the way, I'll have to back that up so we can
Definitely, yeah.
But he said something. Here, let's just.
Now I put everything I bleed into completing my records. I can't compete with my past, but I'm still seeking the relics. And I believe with every breath I breathe, the sequel is better. No fear.
I believe with every breath that I breathe that this evil is better.
Yeah.
He's saying like my old evil, like the Tom that was addicted to drugs and alcohol was evil. But if I'm evil now for being great,
and
I'll
a
take
little
that
bit controversial, I'd take that over being a drug addict anyway,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I definitely think that's what he's saying.
I like that bar.
I like that he
good.
says, I bleed everything that I have into completing my
Into
records.
completing these records.
Man,
That's dedication. That's
I
what
feel
you have
that.
to
I
be.
feel that on a real level,
Right.
man. Like that's what it takes. And again, this is kind of like kudos to his work effort and his work ethic, man.
yeah.
He like makes his own sets and does his own choreography for that stuff. And it's like you said earlier, it's just him and Nova, man. They do a lot. They grind and grind and grind and grind.
And it shows.
I'm starting to get a real sense doing this for what grinding and grinding and grinding means. Trust me. And they do it way harder than we do. So I got nothing to fucking complain about. Here we go.
Exactly.
Moving forward.
Can't compete with my past, but I'm still seeking the relics. And I believe with every breath I breathe, the sequel is better. No fear, surrender. I'm clear of the pressure. The tears I remember will never let me forget. I was near to the devil. I never claimed to be holy, but I got angels' protection. I got a barbed wire halo and devil horns I don't mention. Yeah, the Lord is my savior, but revenge is so tempting. I don't expect to see heaven. If that's the case, I respect it. Cause I tried to cage the beast, but it's woken up the broken locks. I'm crushing everything I see like empty cans of soda pop. You titties on your knees like a grandma who don't own a prop.
Your titties on your knees like a grandma who don't own a.
I thought that's what I heard.
Once again, it makes me think of South Park. Remember the teacher Miss Chokes on
Oh,
Dick
of course,
where titties
yeah.
were coming out of her shirt
all the way down. Yeah, dude. All the way down.
I
man.
like he's like basically you're so unappealing. Nobody wants to see your shit anyway.
Yeah.
Like oh god, that's great, Tom, bro.
God.
I love that.
I love that he drops these real serious lines about his views on religion and stuff, and then just comes back with that titties on your knees. Like, I was gonna come off on a serious note about him talking about his halo and the devil horns that you can't see.
I mean that's great too. 'cause
Barbed wire halo.
Like that's the one thing about coming from a place so bad, like being addicted to drugs and alcohol, dealing with depression, dealing with your inner demons. But then rising above it and becoming something great, that's the angel in you. Like, I have the angel's protection because I'm doing all the right things.
Yeah.
But, like, I still have that past that makes me imperfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's where the barbed wire halo and the devil horns
and
come
honestly,
from,
man, that's
like,
where you get your character from. So, here we go.
Expect to see heaven. If that's the case, I respect it.
Cause I tried to cage the beast, but it's woken up the broken locks. I'm crushing everything I see like empty cans of soda pop. You titties on your knees like a grandma who don't own a prop. Put a bullet in your head like words you only spoke to God.
I'm rowing through an ocean all alone inside an open box, frozen from the blowing snow and soaking through my only socks. Y'all noticed me.
Nice.
So rowing through an ocean in an empty box.
Yeah.
So typically when people talk about an empty box, it's like a casket,
Yeah.
right?
I pictured Pirates of the Caribbean, and and Jack Sparrow in the casket, rowing
Yes.
with the skeleton leg, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. That was great. Yeah, that's it.
An ocean all alone inside an open box, frozen from the blowing snow and soaking through my only socks. Y'all noticed me and chose the heat, so now the water's boiling hot. You'd hope I croak, I'm dope and coke, don't crack it, turn to solid rock. Hey, I ain't talking to you losers.
man,
So-
he moved quick there.
I was rowing through a sea, and I was freezing in my only socks.
Freezing from the blowing snow in my only socks, and they're soaking.
He said, "You guys
basically.
noticed me and turned the water boiling hot."
Yeah.
So
you guys
basically,
bring the
put
flame.
the heat underneath.
You guys
me.
bring the flame, and now the water's boiling hot.
Yeah. So I almost think it's like he's saying things changed almost overnight. Like there was just miserable trudging through, grinding and grinding. Then all of a sudden, everything changed. And he goes, and it wasn't a gradual, like, I kind of had to get used to it. It's when you go from cold to boiling hot, which today in Wyoming, high was -10.
Oh, let me look. I was actually going to bring this up in the video. Let me see if it's still on here. I want everybody to see this. It's probably gotten colder since the last time I did this, but I'm going to show. I'm just going to put my phone up to the screen.
It is
after this loads
-9
up.
right now.
Nope, it got worse.
-13. There we
So
go.
we're at -13 degrees here in sunny Casper, Wyoming. It's balmy.
So the one thing I can tell you, when it's that cold outside and then you come into the shop where it's warm, your hands and your feet and everything hurts because it's cold.
Your
But
mustache is completely frozen.
but then when you go to direct heat, your fingers start to swell up. You can't bend them very well, and it hurts.
It
worse.
hurts really bad.
But you eventually get used to it, and everything kind of goes back to normal.
Yeah.
Like that's a very interesting metaphor, and especially with us just dealing with that today.
No shit. There's that same exact thing today. Yeah. Let's listen to that again. Here we go.
Who don't own the bribe, put a bullet in your head like words you only spoke to God.
I'm rowing through an ocean all alone inside an open box, frozen from the blowing snow and soaking through my only socks. Y'all noticed me and chose the heat, so now the water's boiling hot. You'd hope I croak, I'm dope and coke, don't crack it, turn to solid rock. Hey, I ain't talking to you losers like you know the cops. I'm rich and that ain't bad for a kid who couldn't hold a job. Budget brand rappers, all that Gucci fake, I own a lot. You can't afford the way I live, you trying to control the cost.
Whoa, I'm in solo mode, your promo won't affect the drop. Artists that you promo don't have clout, the photo likes are bot. Try to put me in the dirt, I'll thrive like you were growing pot.
By the way, sorry, I heard the line, and it took me a second to process it and then pause it.
Yeah.
But he says your photo likes are bot. Like all your shit is fake.
It's just all fake.
It's bots.
It's bots,
right?
Yeah, your photo likes are
God,
bots.
that's
I
great.
also
the
love
double.
that right at the end there he said, "Put me in the ground and then watch me grow like weed" or something like
Yeah.
that. Basically,
Like
It's
a weed
you,
plot. Like,
yeah, like you can put me in the ground, but I sprout like
and I'm
a
gonna
weed,
produce.
dude. Yeah,
Like I'm gonna really
over and over and
produce.
over and over again. All right, here we go.
Love it.
Artists that you promo don't have clout, the photo likes are bot. Try to put me in the dirt, I'll thrive like you were growing pot.
Yeah.
Prototypes are hurt, y'all need work, let me open shop. Y'all
Your prototypes are hurt. Let me open shop.
Yeah, your prototypes are hurt. They need work. Let me open shop.
That
Woo!
these mechanic references. Tom, come by the shop, bro.
Yeah, dude. Bring a car. Bring one of your sick cars.
Right?
Just bring one of your sick ass cars, dude.
Hell yeah.
like you were growing pot. You prototypes are hurt, y'all need work, let me open shop. Y'all don't understand me like a burner phone, it's coded talk. You'll never see my POV.
Y'all don't understand me like a burner phone. It's coded talk. That's sick.
God, dude, he just keeps going
He's like,
every line.
You guys aren't even in my circle. You don't know anything
You
that's
have,
going
you have
on.
nothing. You have no
Like,
reference whatsoever.
No.
Yeah.
That was sick.
Woo! He just.
Y'all need work, let me open shop. Y'all don't understand me like a burner phone, it's coded talk. You'll never see my POV like you don't know the GoPro off. Make sure that the drone is all in slow-mo, so when y'all get shot, the footage captures every single moment while your corpses rot. Shoot.
Damn. Talk your shit, Tom.
He's just going, dude.
Bro,
He's just flying off the handle.
look, this has got to be murder in the first
Like
degree.
he said something about like you missed your POV, like the GoPro's off.
like the GoPro's
like you
off.
didn't know the GoPro's off. Like, oh
Like,
my god.
And I believe he was referencing that to himself. He's like, you're never gonna see what I see.
Yeah.
You're never gonna be in the position.
never
I'm
gonna
in
get the POV.
because you're not me.
Yep.
You're not. You don't have my work ethic. You don't have my ability to do what I do.
Definitely.
Like that. God, that's good.
And that whole thing, you don't grind like I do.
Yeah,
And
you'll never see it.
Yeah.
Shoot it all on broken arms, touch it up in Photoshop. Upload it to YouTube with a donate button for your mom. So alarmed, y'all can never reach me with those broken arms. Untouchable as alcoholics' wallets at an open bar.
Oh my
the
God.
Vinci Code embedded in like most my songs. Gang is full of animals. You think my home is Noah's Ark? Past is full of broken hearts. Opponents that have blown apart. My logo on the stove, I let it smolder till they know the mark. Y'all
Jesus Christ.
My logo on the stove. I let it smolder till they know. like in Wyoming, cattle branding, right?
It's a cattle
lot of people
product,
have,
yeah.
So his brand is himself.
Yeah.
Like he said in, what was it, Canceled?
Yeah.
He's like, you can't cancel me. There's no
label
sponsors
backing,
that
no
are gonna
sponsors,
drop.
nothing,
Like,
yeah.
I am my brand. Like, that's great.
I like at the beginning of this phrase, too, we don't have to go all the way back, but he did mention something about, like, yeah, I'm rich, and I got no problem telling you that. Like,
Yeah.
I made it from what I'm doing right now.
There's no shame in claiming stuff you've earned.
And a lot of that,
Like-
a lot of the reason why he's rich is because he didn't sell out to somebody. He doesn't owe
Yeah.
anybody anything. He's like,
No.
nah, man, I live in a house. I'm about to buy a new house for a couple mil. About
Yeah.
to buy a sweet-ass car. And who's to say he even did that shit? He probably didn't do it because, you know, he just likes to say that shit like, I could.
Yeah.
Fuck cares. Like,
Right?
He strikes me as a dude that would be cool driving like a 2017 like Honda Accord or something, you know, like it's cool
Like,
and
it's
like
nice,
it's
but
you
it's
know
not
it's probably,
over the
it's
top,
probably murdered
like-
out and it's got some nice wheels on it and shit, you know, but like
Tom,
it's just
Tom
still,
probably got him a '69 Camaro.
so,
all
okay,
dragged
better,
out.
better. I like that way better. And sorry if that's insulting. I don't fucking know. He just strikes
I
me
would
as
love
that kind
to.
of dude.
I would like Tom. Could you do a video on a car collection if you do have one?
That'd be sick, dude. I
As a
would love-
mechanic, I would love to see that.
as just an enthusiast, I would love to see
Even
it
if
also.
you're like, this is my '99 Geo Metro. Like, I want to see that shit.
I'll show you my fucking 1980 Z28 Camaro in the backyard. It's pretty cherry. Here we go.
It's full of broken hearts, opponents that have blown apart. My logo on the stove, I let it smolder till they know the mark.
While y'all were finding Nemo, I composed a team of total sharks. Hid inside the reef and chiseled teeth till they were over sharp. Y'all fishy rappers went to sleep to dream of coral seas and stars. We silently and violently reminded y'all the ocean's dark.
That is sick.
And then the next frame, the ocean's dark, and he's like pulling his hand
Yeah.
down over his eyes. And like,
Who knew that Finding Nemo would make like bars? Who knew the movie Finding Nemo would hit so damn
And
hard?
he's-
You're like, damn.
Yeah, he's like, well, you guys are
I composed a
watching
team of sharks.
Finding Nemo. I composed a team of sharks.
Like
I was in
filed
the-
their teeth so they're razor sharp.
I was behind the coral
that's
reef
good.
filing our teeth so they were razor sharp. You know, like just
Like-
planning the attack
Like,
basically.
I prepared for this shit. Like,
Doing research, planning the attack. Watching the other fish swim in their wake and stuff.
the other thing is, like, I noticed he said you fishy rappers.
Yeah.
Like something's fishy. I don't know how you got this many followers. They have to be bought because you're trash.
And then he talks
Like-
about that. Yeah, exactly. Like all your likes are bought. You know,
Yeah.
like oh my God.
That's good.
All right,
That's real good.
We got a minute left of this. Let's see what happens.
Fishy rappers went to sleep to dream of coral seas and stars. We silently and violently reminded y'all the ocean's dark. Lordy, I really feel sorry for your corny bars. Maybe you'll improve and this is setting up your story arc. I am more like Iron Man, you are more like Tony Stark. You're human, I'm a robo-suit equipped with guns and poison darts. Choking y'all to death like I am Homer home alone with Bart. I wish you would on every glowing star. Core is hard, high performance parts from a pro garage. All I see is smoke and sparks every time your motor starts.
Oh my God, dude.
Again, there's a mechanics,
there's your
bro.
reference.
Hell
dude.
yeah.
There's your reference right there.
All I see is smoke and sparks when your motor starts.
Oh.
Like what? Once again,
Talks about performance parts, and then he
Yeah.
talks about all you are is sparks every time you
Yeah.
start your car. Smoke and sparks. Yeah.
Once again, like it comes back to your not ambition, your fucking blanking.
Come on, bring it on.
What was I saying when you were like your passions, right? With your passions being a vehicle.
Yes.
He's like, your passions are so broken they don't take you anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, God, that's
because
good.
he's talking about all their passions just being wanting to bash on this guy, and that's not getting you anywhere.
I do like the fact that he says, hopefully you'll become better, and hopefully this song sets up your story arc. He's like, you know what? I wish success on you.
And if it takes talking shit on me to get you there, well,
he's like, if it takes me to point out your flaws so that way you're self-aware and know what's wrong,
Oh, okay.
then cool. I'm glad I could do this. He's like, I love how he's like, I hate the way you guys do things, but I don't necessarily hate you. I wish you the best, but you're still fucking up.
And again, he said it in the very beginning of the video when he was talking about his old manager or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, you didn't work out, dude.
Yeah.
Adios.
Right.
See ya. All right, we're back. Let's finish this one out.
Is hard, high performance parts from a pro garage. All I see is smoke and sparks every time your motor starts. What more you got in store for me? Your death threats were ghost stories. And what's next gonna be painful? Gravestones.
Hell yeah.
Damn. And then just like this weird, ominous, little scream in there. super ominous low bass.
Wow. Shouts out to Nova
Once again.
Wow.
They just keep coming back, man.
That was so good.
I forgot that we were actually going to watch this one tonight. I forget what we're going to watch every week, and so I had to ask Chris when he got over here tonight. I was like, what are we watching tonight? And he goes, we're going to watch No Response from Tom Macdonald. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. More Tom. And, again, I was not unimpressed at all. Disappointed, not unimpressed at all. That was amazing.
Dude, I'm going to be bumping this shit every day and learn every bar.
Dude, and I feel like we missed so much still.
And we paused a ton.
We paused so much, and we still missed so much. So I'm sorry for all the things that we missed. Help us out if you guys want to, chime in or whatever you think, whatever you want to add to this. But yeah,
absolutely.
That was really, really, really good. Powerful stuff.
God, I don't know if you guys started recommending this when I mentioned I was a mechanic, but dude, I love the mechanic references.
He did anything
to the cars and the motors.
It's got to make you think that he's probably got a sense for cars at least, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, like most people who grow up poor, right, and aren't in great situations, they have no choice but to learn to change their own oil.
That's been me, yeah.
When their car breaks down, they have to. And I mean, like I've been a mechanic for close to 8 years now. I never went to school for it. I just grew up with no money. My car break down, I'd have to hit the internet. I'd buy the Haynes repair manual, walk through the diagnostic of how to do it. And that's just how I learned. I learned by trial and error. And I think a lot of people who grow up with not a lot just kind of learn that as they go because they have no choice.
Yeah, for sure. That's the poor boy's garage. That's where it is.
It just shows that how much more real he is.
Yeah, for sure.
That's great.
So, anyways, that's it. No Response by Tom Macdonald. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, become part of the notification gang, and comment on what you guys want us to watch next. We are in the midst of kind of starting to cycle in some new stuff since these guys are going to be out doing their summer touring here very soon. So
now, what I have heard is Ryan Upchurch is going to start posting some new music here soon.
Oh, okay.
So we may be a little busy on some Ryan here, but okay. I don't know when he's coming out with any of it. I know.
So we'll definitely pepper that stuff in as we go.
I do know for sure every 420, because that's Ryan's thing. 420, blaze it. He releases an album. So probably leading up to April, he'll probably be releasing a couple of videos.
Yeah, at least one or two, I would assume, in the next couple months. So
so we'll see how that goes.
Cool. Well, there it is. That's going to be it for us. Let us know what you guys want to see, and we'll see you on the next one.
Wow.